continuing to route and unroute those jumper cables. Meanwhile, NASA astronaut Chris Williams is going to work to reset the torque at the BDCU-2A. You just heard those communications from the ground IV, NASA astronaut Tracy Dyson up to Williams, discussing the procedures of releasing with the ratchet wrench 1/2 turn and then utilizing the pistol grip tool following that. There are several boxes that Williams is going to remove the torque on, so he's going to release the torque and then retorque it just at a lower value. And the intent here is that that will allow us in the future to do robotic operations on these boxes if we wanted to move any of them in the future. And again, continuing to get good views from Meir's perspective as she works on those jumpers, routing and rerouting them for redundancy on the space station's power system. Everything continuing to go smoothly now, 5 hours and 26 minutes into today's spacewalk.
Excellent. Okay, you can retrieve the DDCU jumper and then locate the J44 connector on the 4 alpha panel.
Copy and work. So, Chris?
Hello. We're working on this bolt, trying to get this rocket to engage on the bolt head.
Copy.
And we're looking at some live views as the International Space Station is orbiting in a orbital nightfall at the moment. On the left-hand side of your screen is the viewpoint from NASA astronaut Jessica Meir as she conducts her 4th spacewalk. She is working to route and reroute some jumper cables to provide redundancy on the space station's power system. And on the right-hand side of your screen is NASA astronaut Chris Williams, who is completing the 1st spacewalk of his career. He is working to re-torque to a slightly looser setting some boxes for future use by the robotic arm if needed. This is the 278th space station in support of space station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades.
Hey, Chris, looking for a status from you. From here, it looks like breaking torque on those boxes is a little tough. Did you manage to get it?
Yeah. Not yet. I'm struggling to. It's been challenged to. I'm just working on trying new body positions to get good enough bracing, but also to try to get this. The wobble seems to be a little tricky to get into the anti-rotation.
Yeah. So and we appreciate your.
So I'm just trying to get.
Stand by, because we appreciate your effort, but we're looking at the timing of Jessica finishing this task, and we're thinking that with what time we have left, it would be better time well spent if we had you stand down from the torque resets and get you cleaning up the WIFX APFR.
Okay.
Sound good?
Okay, copy that. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I did not break torque out of that.
Okay, great. Then we'll have you return the wrench back to the cable bag.
Copy that.
And with those words from the ground IV Tracy Dyson to NASA astronaut Chris Williams as he worked to break torque on those boxes on the International Space Station, had a little trouble breaking that torque, and this operation is not critical for today's operation, so they are going to have Williams pause on that activity and move back to the articulating portable foot restraint to uninstall the WIFX or the worksite interface extension.
Before you translate.
Again, the main task of today's spacewalk was to prepare the 2A power channel for future installation of International Space Station rollout solar arrays, and all struts were installed on the 2A mod kit, successfully completing the main task of today's spacewalk.
Anything that looks like it's a... Do you see maybe a little abrasion on the back of my right glove? Hard to say. On the palms, no other change other than the black marks. And then on my left glove, a few more black marks on the RTV, but no evident other damage. I've got a dry hop, and my gauntlets are done.
Excellent, Chris. We copy a good glove, hap, and gauntlet check. You can continue translating and stow the ratchet. I assume you left the square scoop in the bag. You didn't take that out?
Translating to stow the ratchet.
Okay.
Okay, and I have the jumper, and I'm over here at J44. Do I have a go to mate the jumper to J44?
Give me the no FUD, good pins, good AMI, good stuff.
Affirm, yes. On the jumper end, I have the same config. I have pins, no FUD, good EMI band, and the receptacle still looks unchanged as the previous report.
Excellent. Yes, you have a go to mate.
Here we go. Down, and that's by hand.
Okay, and you got it rotated clockwise to a hard stop?
Affirm.
Okay, and then making your way, you can route the cable to the 2 alpha panel and just confirm that your safety tether is not trapped by the jumper cable.
I will confirm that. I've got the jumper cable. It is all underneath each other. So I think I'm in a good config.
Copy, good config.
And as Meir continues to route cables and jumpers as part of a redundancy on the space station's power system, Williams is making his way back over to the articulating portable foot restraint that was used during the installation of the 2A mod kit earlier this morning. We are now 5 hours and 34 minutes into today's spacewalk. The main task of today's spacewalk was to prepare the 2A power channel for future installation of International Space Station rollout solar arrays, and all of that work was completed. The mod kit for the 2A power channel was successfully built and installed. Additionally, cables were routed for the preparation of the IROSs. And in addition to that, there was imagery of the port sarge that was done, as well as a visual inspection provided by NASA astronaut Chris Williams. And as we speak, Meir is continuing to route those cables, those jumper cables, on the DDCU.
So I've got this adjustable. So I've now got the adjustable on my mini workstation that has and back. I'm going to organize a little bit more. Turn some bits around.
You see, I've got the ratchet bundled back in the cable bag, back on the fish stringer.
Excellent, Chris. All right, that's great. We're going to have you move on to the APFR with X that's in with 25. And big picture, you're going to, I know you know this, I'm just going to say it out loud. You're going to retrieve the APFR with X bundle, and you're going to stow all of that on your BRT, and then we're going to start the translation port toward the seat of cart. And then once we get there, I'll give you more words.
Raphael? Raphael?
Hey, TC, I did a little bit of reorganization here. I've got the two caps on adjustable, and then I have the other adjustable that was on the DD jumper for the temp stow. I have that actually connecting the caps to my mini workstation. And now I'm going to route the cable over.
Okay, I copy your RET config with the dummy caps, and it's all connected to your workstation, and you're routing the cable.
Ephraim, I have nothing on, don't have anything on the mated cable right now because that end was mated. I assumed I could release the adjustable from it.
I'm going to say yes until someone disagrees with me.
Okay, copy. That was the adjustable I wanted to use for the cap so that they weren't hanging down on a rack.